morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. So, I don't even know where to begin. I'll start with why I became an entrepreneur, right? I became an entrepreneur for two reasons. One, because my service in the military was over and I was hesitant on how I was going to be a reliable person in the workforce, even though I was 90% DOD disabled. I knew that I could get a job federally because of that rating, but I didn't want that to be the reason why somebody hired me. I wanted to be hired because I'm the best, right? Like that's why you want to get hired somewhere. The second reason was because, well, actually I didn't finish that first one. So I became an entrepreneur because I knew that I would appreciate the amount of effort and time that I put forward and that only I would know what I could put forward. And so I just thought I have to be an entrepreneur because I'm not reliable enough to work in the corporate world anymore. So the second reason is because when I medically retired from the Air Force in 2016, I thought, man, I really want to be able to come back and show every single person that you can go through a medical review board, that your time in the service can simply be a stepping stone to greatness. And I wanted to be able to say, you can do this. You have all the tools that you need to be a successful entrepreneur and to invest in yourself and not somebody else. And there's nothing wrong with being an employee, but I think it takes a lot of effort to be an employer. And knowing that 42% of military individuals are interested or would want to be an entrepreneur, all I thought was, man, I'd really love to inspire that 42% to go from a number of are interested or have thought about being an entrepreneur to will be an entrepreneur. When I retired and I got out, there was no parade. There was nobody waiting for me and saying, hey, we're so glad you did it. Thank you so much for your service. You're disabled. And so now we want to figure out what you need, how you need it, and how best we can grow you and your business the way that you want to grow, the way that's acceptable for you and works around your disability and your life. And I thought, I want to be that for them. I want to be that for somebody else who's exiting the military. And so I moved forward. I got a business and I've taken every open door that God has offered. The problem here is that this mentality relies on it relies on me to be a success first before sharing how to become a success. And I recently got some amazing advice. If you haven't connected with me on Facebook, I shared this 1.5 hour video that someone shared and blessed me with. And in that, I realized I don't have to be a successful veteran in order to share with them what it takes to be a successful veteran entrepreneur. I simply need to find successful veteran entrepreneurs and see if they're willing to share what they went through. And so that's what this is about. This is me asking the world two questions. One, if you're a veteran who is successful, and not to say that anyone who makes less than $50,000 a year in their business is not successful, but someone who is making $50,000 and above, well, that's to me a successful amount of money that someone would go through being an entrepreneur and being a employee or employer to earn. Right? If you told them that they're going to work really, 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 really hard, because we all know entrepreneurship is not easy. There's no push button get massive amounts of money here. That doesn't exist. But if you're gonna work that hard, then it needs to yield a certain amount of money. And you know what? You can go and work less hours for $30,000 a year. You can work less than what you would be as an entrepreneur. That doesn't take anything away from it. I think that you always have to find a place to start. But I want to have interest from those who are making at least $50,000 a year. Also, I'm not in this category, right? I am not making $50,000 a year with my business. So I want to know what you think, how you have gone through challenges, faced them, tackled them. I want to know about your military service. How long were you in? When did you decide to get out? Why did you decide to separate? And why did you decide to invest in yourself and not in another business or person or employer? I want to know if you want to share that with people, if you want to inspire them and encourage them to do what you did in their way. And I want to know how many people would be interested in sharing this information, being a little personal and sharing the tips that helped you get where you are today. My second question is to those active duty military, Guard, Reserve, and veterans who are interested in being an entrepreneur. Is this a show you would want to watch? Are these people that you're interested in hearing from? If you are, great, wonderful. If you are the first one, great, wonderful. Please reach out. Please tell me your thoughts. Please tell me what you want to learn. Please tell me what you want to share. And let's make it happen. I'm hearing more in Oklahoma, but we could also do, I'm not super savvy on doing live, you know what I'm talking about. But we can do that too. We can do FaceTimes and share that with individuals. But I want to get that one-on-one. I think it's very important, and you never know what'll come from that. From that, I hope to grow this to such a degree that every time a veteran, an individual exits the military, that they have a resource, a place that they can go where they know there are some amazing leaders and mentors, people who want to be their mentor, people who want them on their team to learn what they do, to improve what they do, to collaborate together and grow this amazing community, which is those who serve. So yeah, I cannot wait to hear what your thoughts are. I'm sorry the video was kind of a lot longer than I planned it to be. I hope your day is fantastic and amazing. God bless.